Sparrow, a very, very flexible carry. That was the stupidest joke ever. A carry that's honestly been in the spotlight on Monolith ever since she got her buff. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over how to properly build, how to properly play, and how to properly position yourself with Sparrow, because she is the only carry without an escape ability. So I hope you do enjoy this episode, guys. I'm going to be going over everything pretty in depth, so sit back, relax, and retain this information and carry your team to victory. You want to start out with a health pot and 2 strike tokens. Now this is going to give you enough damage to not miss any autos, even though I do miss them all the time. Any other card is going to give you that 6 points of damage instead of those 2 6-point cards that you can start out with right there. Early game, you just want to honestly just farm, get them last hits, try not to harass that person too much, and I don't recommend taking that tower any earlier than 7, 8, even 10 minutes. After that, put on that ward and max that out at 6 points. If you have a really good support, like in this game, I don't think my Aurora brought any wards until about like 10 to 12 CP in. You can start with that Wind Carver 6 points, but I honestly would recommend the wards. It just makes life so much easier, and you might not die as much early game. At this point, I have 3 6-point cards to put on, 1 Wind Carver, and 2 Spear of the Rift Hunters. Now that Wind Carver does have a minor kinetic, you can choose to not do that if you want all damage, but I like it for the stacks. Now, at this point, you should be critting for around 250, and you should be a little bit cocky now, a little bit aggressive, but not too aggressive where you are too out of position. Now, when you have enough points to spend, you can get that Sword of the Altar and max that out with 3 minor drains. Now at 34 CP, you should be critting around 417-ish, and that'll give you a lot of damage, and you should have enough speed, and also you should have enough damage and lifesteal to take Raptors at this point by yourself. So please go ahead and do that as early as you can, because that's a huge CP advantage. The rest of the build is pretty self-explanatory. You want to take those 2 6-point Spear of the Rift Hunters and replace them with 2 12-point Spear of the Rift Hunters, 2 major strikes and 1 major wound on each. I also have a 9-point Whirling Wand with all speed, and then my last card is going to be a Rift Magus Scepter, again with 2 major strikes and 1 major wound. Now, late game, this is going to give you a lot of sustainability and a lot of damage. And when I say a lot of damage, I mean a lot of damage. Like I was saying, early game, you just want to farm. You just want to get those last hits as much as possible. If you don't have a really good support, I would recommend starting with wards, just so you don't get behind in CP. If you have the opportunity, harass that offlaner as much as you can, but I wouldn't recommend it just so you don't get behind in CP, but that makes her go back and you to farm safely. If you win a big team fight, or if all of your heroes, all of your team is there, go ahead and get Raptors as soon and as much as possible. It's really undervalued, I feel, on Monolith. Not too many people do it. Like, look at this, a 3-stack right here. And it's just free card power. It's 1 card power each, and it's amazing. So try and do it as much as possible. And hey, might even start a team fight, and you might be able to get even more card power from it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He really thinks he can mess with me, but no. Nobody interrupts while I take Raptors, alright? Nobody interrupts me while I take Raptors. In team fights, you want to position yourself just far enough behind your frontliners where you're not focused, but yet not far enough back where you're still not hitting your autos. You really have to be just right when it comes to positioning with her, or else you either be out of a team fight not too well, or you'll get killed every single time. So positioning is everything with her. If you play her well enough though, you will lead your team to victory. You will get as many kills as you want, and you will be the best carry in the world. So guys, that is my build. That is my playstyle for Sparrow. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me. In the comments below, you can do whatever you like, but let me know. Even though I had a horrible team, that Greystone didn't even pick a prime card. But nevertheless, I carried my team pretty well, and we won. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all your support, and I will talk to you all later.